My girlfriend said, "I need freedom," so I gave her all of it. When she said it, we were sitting on the hood of my car by the lake, the same spot where I asked her to be my girlfriend 3 years ago. The sunset made the water look gold, but her words felt like cold metal in my chest. "I need freedom," she said, like she'd been holding it in for months. No fight, no anger, just calm honesty that hurt more than shouting ever could. I asked what she meant. She said she felt trapped, that life with me had become predictable, that she didn't know who she was anymore without me around. I wanted to argue, but her voice trembled. I could tell she'd rehearsed this, so I didn't beg. I didn't cry. I just nodded. "Then take it," I said. "Take all the freedom you need." That night, I packed her things into boxes and set them by the door. She hugged me one last time, whispered thank you, and drove away in her old blue Corolla. The sound of her tires faded into the night like the end of a song I didn't want to stop playing. The first few days were quiet, then the quiet turned to loneliness. I still cooked 2 plates out of habit. I still checked her location before realizing she wasn't sharing it anymore. Her toothbrush stayed in the holder for weeks before I threw it out. Freedom, I learned, isn't just about leaving. It's about what's left behind. I tried to move on, went to the gym, hung out with friends, told everyone I was fine. But every night when I drove home, I'd take the long route past the lake. Her spot was always empty, until one night it wasn't. There she was, sitting on the hood of her car, staring at the water. I pulled over but didn't get out. She saw me, smiled faint. I rolled down my window. "Hey," I said. "Hey," she replied softly. "I was just remembering." We talked for a while, about work, about her new apartment, about how weird it felt not seeing each other every day. I wanted to ask if she missed me, but I didn't. When I finally asked if she found her freedom, she looked at the lake and said, "I thought I would. But freedom's lonely when you lose someone who never tried to cage you." That line broke something in. I wanted to tell her I'd take her back in a heartbeat. But then I remembered how she looked that night she left, cert ready. So I smiled and said, "I'm glad you found what you were looking for." She nodded, eyes glassy. "Take care, okay?" "You too," I said. She drove off again, and this time, I didn't chase her. I watched her taillights fade into the distance like the closing scene of a movie that didn't need a sequel. For weeks after that, I replayed our conversation in my head, wondering if I'd said the right thing. My friends said I should move on. My mom said some people aren't meant to stay forever. They're meant to remind us what love feels like. And maybe she was right. One morning, I drove back to that same lake. The air was cold, and fog rolled off the water like smoke. I sat on the hood of my car, in the same spot we used to sit. I realized I wasn't angry anymore. I wasn't waiting for her car to pull up. For the first time, I understood what she meant by freedom. It wasn't about being single or doing whatever you wanted. It was about peace, the kind that comes when you stop fighting what's already gone. A small part of me still hopes she finds what she was searching for, that her version of freedom leads her to happiness, even if it's not with me. Because love, real love, isn't about possession. It's about wanting the other person to be okay, even when their path no longer includes you. I smiled, whispered goodbye to the reflection of us in the water, and drove away. This time I didn't look back.